If I have to do it the opposite damn way, I'm gonna be pissed. Oh, thank God. Fuck. Yellow.
Hello.
Story time.
Well, define story time.
The night that you came and got my ass.
What's that?
The night you came and got my monkey ass. At like 5 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah. It was 5 in the darn morning. That drive.
And then the car broke down an hour later.
That sucked.
Like shit. But at least we were at 7-Eleven and not on the side of the road.
Oh, it broke down, yeah.
Should I drink
the car
another
was
beer?
a piece of junk.
Yeah, well, shit happens.
Right.
Should I drink another beer?
Sure, why not?
Well, I'll probably be drinking it for you anyway because you don't drink anymore. So I'll be
personal choice.
I feel inclined to just fuck it and drink one for you.
Yeah.
I mean, I've already drank 6.
Well, damn.
What?
Not just messing.
What? 6 in the past 2 hours? That's a new record for me.
Right.
Normally it takes me about 3 hours to get 6 beers in.
Right.
Yeah, and I'll be doing mock Jesus on fucking Call of Duty, but that's beside the point.
Right.
Now.
How many people we got in the show right now?
Nobody.
Oh.
Unless you yell at Amanda to join. I'm waiting for her to be like, okay.
Yeah,
really, I got banned for hate.
On what?
TikTok.
When during that live?
Mm-hmm.
What the?
Yeah, you're telling me. I appealed that bitch too.
Right.
Normally, when I appeal it, I'll get my live back within the 24 hours.
Yeah.
Within probably the 8 hours, but that's beside the point.
Right. Who reported it this time? Let me guess, Beeman.
No, because I have Beeman blocked.
Sorry, I said that on your live. I don't care either.
Okay, I'm gonna ask this question, and I want God honest truth. Do I look like I give a fuck?
Nope.
Do I look like I give a fuck? Because I don't.
Nope.
I don't give a fuck. I don't care anymore. I'm
right.
done being Mr. Nice Guy to everybody. Everybody wants to continuously lie to me when I'm being nice, and when I tell the truth, then everybody turns around and says I'm fucking lying when I'm actually telling the God honest fucking truth.
Right.
Like, for example, I don't really give a fuck if he comes at me sideways, if he comes at you sideways. I don't really give a fuck because it's the truth.
Yeah.
Yes, Beeman was talking about Susan, but then again, Susan was talking about Beeman. So it's a little leveling playing field there.
I mean, it goes both ways.
Yeah, but you get what I'm getting at.
One of them tells the other one that they want to be with them and they love them and propose to the other person in my house. You know how it goes. You kind of did that.
Okay, I have a video to prove it.
But the point
I still have that video to this day.
The point is, you did it because you wanted to, because you cared.
No, I was trying to prove a point to Nikki Ray, Faith, and Anthony.
Well,
and
yeah.
You too, but more than that, more than you, y'all too.
Oh yeah, we were just
yes,
there.
That's me being honest at this point in time with me.
We were just there.
Well, it was y'all's house, so y'all were just there just to be there.
Mm-hmm.
But I still got the video.
Right. But yeah, as far as that shit show goes, I mean, it comes down to a very simple point of
Someone's in here. Oh, they left.
probably quickly once they realized who was in here.
I bet you it was Kayla, Beeman, or Dan. It was either Dave. Well, Dave probably don't give a fuck. Haley probably don't give a fuck. So it was probably either Beeman, Daniel, Kayla,
Dave and Haley and them are all good now, so they don't really care. We're not really going on them, so.
Well, yeah, but you know,
I mean, they can be if they, popped in and commented or whatever, but that's different.
if they comment something nice, I'm not going to be bitchy about it or mean about it. It's just like, yeah, hey, how y'all doing? Like,
right. But as far as the Beeman and
disrespectful.
Susan situation
I
stuff
try-
goes, it just gets to the point to where you just can't stand it no more.
Yeah, like I can stand Beeman, but I've tried for so fucking long. Give me a second. I got to get a beer. Talk about what I don't give a fuck.
Shoot.
Talk about the trip to fucking.
Well, I was getting on the rest of the Beeman stuff. I mean, one day he tells everybody that, she can leave him alone, and if she don't, he's calling the cops and this and that. And I'm not necessarily talking shit. I'm just saying the truth here. Because I know if he's going to watch, he's going to think I'm saying shit, but I'm not. You know how it goes.
That or he'll come at me sideways.
Yeah.
Comes at me sideways. I'm going to put him in his fucking place.
I mean, I
could
could go into full detail if I really, really wanted to, but that's neither here nor there at the moment.
Well, you could always message us and get fucking proof about the situation, even more deeper than what we're talking about, but that's beside the point.
Exactly.
And that's not here or there either, because we got the proof. It's public knowledge. You can get the app called
PAE dockets.
Whatever. Yeah.
PAE dockets, yeah.
You know what I'm getting at. You can look up, for fuck's sake, you can look up Cassidy and see her fucking drug charges.
Now you can still look up my record and find out my street racing pass, but that's besides the point. I mean, even though I'm crazy behind the wheel anyway, but
he got in trouble with Clifford, but that's beside the point.
Yeah, I got no.
Sorry, I had to bring that up.
That's fine. I got into a fender bender, had the wrong tags on my truck. I got charged with theft just because I had the wrong plate on it. I did the time. I didn't care. Well, got your probation out of the deal. Not like I give a shit.
Was that that was way before you came and got me, wasn't it?
Yes.
Wasn't that like 2020?
Believe 2019 actually. I believe.
Yeah, I don't remember. I just know you got in trouble, and it was near Jennerstown.
Ligonier, but close enough.
Yeah, you get what I'm getting at.
Yeah.
So here's the story, Tom. I remember this shit very well, surprisingly. About 6 beers and 1 sip in, I can remember this fucking conversation. So, a week prior, it was the 22nd, March 22nd, 2022. Bader texted me and was like, hey, I think I got someone for you. Like, okay.
I mean, at the time, I thought it would have been nice, but the way things went down wasn't necessarily.
Before we get into that little shit show, let's get the story out first, and then get in the shit show in between the story, because there's no point in adding that little shit show before the story begins.
Right.
So basically, Bader texted me and was like, hey, I probably found someone. She's been at my house for what, a month, 2 months at that
Something
point?
like that. Yeah. Well, about a month.
She dated Beeman. Daniel took her away from Beeman an hour after the fact, after she found out about Beeman's charges. Daniel left her at Bader's house in Roof Garden.
I was actually there during that conversation with her and Daniel. It was actually more of the he's a pedophile conversation, and I'm not going to go any more farther into that. I'm just going to say straight up what Daniel said that night. In case he's watching, I don't give a shit, but that's besides the point. Public knowledge, motherfucker. I'm saying public knowledge, motherfucker, if you're watching. But and Daniel basically told her that he does nothing but lie all the time.
I mean, he does too, but that's beside the point.
Yeah, and then
public knowledge.
Correct.
People that know him.
I mean, I have hundreds and hundreds of people who know him, and not necessarily in a good way.
Yeah.
But as far as that night, Cassidy actually cheated on Daniel on top of it.
Wait, what?
Yeah, Cassidy cheated on Daniel with Beeman at the time, right before we came and got you. Well, right before you guys started talking, put it that way, if I remember correctly.
It was way before my birthday. I know that much.
Yeah.
You didn't hit me up until after my birthday.
Yeah, then we decided to come and get you after we didn't sleep for like a day and a half, almost 2 full straight days.
Same.
5.5 hours down, 5.5 hours back, and a piece of junk ass Cobalt. I'm not dissing on people who Chevrolet, but damn.
Going through West Virginia.
Over. I'm not going to reveal what I did on live.
Well, you know what I'm getting at.
I went nuts behind the wheel like I'm used to.
In West Virginia, but I've never lived in West Virginia.
Yep.
But that's not here.
You guys, we went down after you guys were talking and would come and get you. I made a promise to you, and I lived up to it.
Yeah, after what, 2 years?
My thing for people is, if I make a promise, I'm going to live up to it regardless of how long it takes to do it. Even if it takes me 3 years to do it, I'm still going to do it. And then next thing you know, we're down there and we got you coming back. The car broke down. We were all tired as can be. You know how that goes.
Yeah.
And then we made it back and everything was fine there for a little while.
For the first month.
Yeah, I'd say about 1.5 to 2 months.
No, because it wasn't even 2 months before you kicked her out.
She was there about 2.5 months.
Y'all kicked her out on May 14th. No. You kicked her out May 9th. She left on the 14th. You kicked her out
do we clarify now ahead of time how she got kicked out, or we just leave that part out of it?
Let's just leave that out. That's nobody's business.
Okay. I was just going to say it involved a bunch of arguments and everything else, and Thomas just pretty much asked for help. I'm just going to put it that way. That's being nice.
And me drinking, you have to put that involvement in there.
Well, yeah, you were drinking because you were tired of her shit.
But no.
So you know what? I will be in a little bit of detail without going too far. Let's put it that way.
Okay, I'm gonna cut you off there for a second. You can say what you want to say, but don't take it too far because we know she watches my shit.
Oh, I know.
Number one. Number two, taking it a little bit too far is a little bit too far because that's a whole different video for a whole different day.
Yeah, I posted the same thing about that, what I'm about to say on my channel too.
How long ago though? This is the question.
Pretty sure I showed you that video.
Was
the Let the Games Begin video. Because I told the full truth of what I remember from all of that.
But what I remember...
In layman's terms, I'm just going to go sweet and simple. Thomas asked me for help when I was working on my truck. He was leaning over the hood of my truck. Asked for help because he was tired of it and wanted me and I'm just going to say a couple friends that I had at the time, and he talked to him too, to help him get rid of her in the sweet, simple way I can put it. That's the best I can say without being...
It was either simple way or asshole way, and my asshole way was to take the door off his fucking hinges and tell her to...
Well, we're getting to that part.
Oh, no, tell her... No. Okay, before we go any further... Wait, let me think about this. Because the door hinges was after the whole fucking cat shit.
The door hinges thing is... It was a thing that I told her because she used to get so mad and stomp through the house and put her foot through the floor and everything else. And we used to get real mad about her stomping through the house like it was like her place and she didn't have to pay for the damages if she made them. And it just felt to me wrong. And you get what I'm saying.
But it made it look like she was putting it on me.
Correct. Well, Thomas pretty much had enough of all that. And what happened at the end of the day was I told Cass, I said, you know what? You stomp like that through the house or you slam a door like that again, that door's coming off the hinges and I don't give two shits. Well, in layman's terms, she slammed the door one too many times and, well, the door came off the hinges all right because Thomas asked me to do it.
No, I had a screwdriver in my hand. I gave you a look like, motherfucker, can I just take the door off its hinges?
I'm like, hell yeah, I don't give a shit. Tired of it.
But I can only go but so far.
Correct.
I give everybody the benefit of the doubt until it goes too far, and she went too far. First, it was the food thing. Eating fucking at 3 o'clock in the fucking, well, no, later term, fucking 5 o'clock in the morning, waking our roommates up, and then like, oh, I'm not doing nothing. He did it. No, the fuck he ain't. I just looked in the bedroom. The door was wide open. He knocked the fuck out in the bed.
Right.
Number one. Number two, you can't tell me you did not use my fucking shower shit. I mean, then again, you could have spilled it by accident, but didn't tell me. It made it look like y'all used it and was putting the blame on him before you put the blame on yourself.
Correct.
That's why I plead the fifth.
And again, I said, you know, I wouldn't care if it just fell over or something. Shit happens. But just the way it went down is what sucked. The way I was,
let me
she
text her.
straight up lied to me.
What the fuck is going on? Well, keep listening so you can get the real truth.
Oh, somebody asked?
No, I'm telling Tabitha.
Oh, okay. There we go. Fix that problem.
But no, she was fine, but the problem was she was eating constantly. She was always bitching about not having food. And then when Bader had money and bought him and Amanda food, no disrespect to Amanda, that's your wife.
Yep.
At the time, y'all were living together. Y'all were living together for fucking
years
longer than I can count. But knowing me, I've known y'all were living together for 4 years.
Yep.
I've known you for 4 years. She bitched and moaned and complained, and then when Bader bought pizza, and Bader was like, here, Thomas, take a slice, go hide somewhere, eat it, and then act like you don't know anything about it. And when she asks about it, then you tell her.
Or you play the fifth the entire time and don't say a damn word.
Yeah, but she got it out of me. All she had to do was, she said, no sex tonight if you don't tell me, and I told her.
Yeah, but at the same token, in my opinion, I got my money. I don't have to buy her nothing.
True, but then you didn't have to buy me nothing either in her mind. And your wife is in here, by the way.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, just making sure.
I kind of figured she's watching. She always does.
I just don't want her thinking I'm talking shit on her.
Mm.
Now, yeah. I do want to kind of put this out there now. And you can recorrect me if I'm wrong. But the reason why Bader and them were struggling as bad as they were, and I was trying to help as much as I can with stuff on the outside where they took care of the bills, meaning, what I mean on the outside is, I mean, toilet paper, food, tea, cigarettes, tubes, all that shit, is because Cass put them in about almost an $800 electric bill hole.
Well, it's not just that. She used to get up in the middle of the night and eat all of our food.
Do what?
She used to get up in the middle of the night and eat all of our food.
But then again, she always stayed up until 5 o'clock in the morning. But that's beside the point. It made me stay up until 5 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
And that's why I figured out why you were bitching at me for it. Because you wanted me to help you with the truck. Which I did after she left. I actually got better when she left, didn't I?
Yeah.
After she left, I got better with waking up and shit. I mean, yeah, I didn't wake up until 9 o'clock in the morning, but that's beside the point. But she is the main reason why they went into the whole electric bill wise. And she tried to make it look like it was my fault when, if I remember correctly, she was running the TV, the fan, her lamp, which I still have that motherfucker right in my room right now as we speak. What else? Sometimes the fucking light over top of the bed. That's a stupid fucking question, but okay. Anywho, she always made it look like it was my fucking fault. And one day I think me and you were working on the truck. You were telling me about the wires and what you were trying to do or whatever, if I remember correctly. You
Yeah.
correct me if I'm wrong. And you said, Thomas, it's not your fault that the bill is so fucking high. I know you want to help, but don't worry about it. Wasn't that your words to me? Exactly.
Yes.
And it also, let's put it out there now. Did you not tell me back in 2019 when you called me about little bitch boy at the fucking stairs at your house, drunk as shit, calling his grandma to come and get him at fucking, what was it, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning? If you want to move in with me, you could live with us rent free as long as you helped around the house. Did I not sit there? And when Amanda was about to do dishes, did I not say, Amanda, sit your butt down so I could do dishes for you? Did I not do that?
Yeah. And then she got upset because that's her thing.
Oh, the point. Do what?
She got upset, I remember, from that happening because that's her thing she likes.
Yeah, but I felt obligated to at least do it at least 2 or 3 times a week.
Right.
Because it's not my place to sit there and not do dishes or do anything around the house when I'm living rent free.
Right.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I was buying monsters for you, tea, dip, when you did want a dip, obviously.
Yep.
But I felt obligated when because I didn't have much money as it was. And what money I did have, you, and correct me if I'm wrong, and I'm pretty sure Amanda understood, I was trying to make the money spread a little bit. Not spread like 6 months, but like a few weeks, if that, maybe a little bit longer.
Yeah.
How you want to word it. Sorry, hold on. Okay. Anywho, back to what we were talking about. And then Kaz went, okay, I want to point this out there now because I remember this conversation because it was with mine and Bader's friends. Well, let me rephrase this. The conversation was with me, her, and Mike and Amanda's friends that were in the trailer park at the time. It wasn't really friends to them, but it's a weird scenario. Anywho, well, Amanda and Mike's washer and dryer was broke, or the washer was broke, or something along them lines. That something broke, so we had to go to the house and wash clothes. Well, in the middle of that, and yes, I did say I agree with it, but I did that to shut her the fuck up.
Right.
said, well, I should try to take the truck from her. That's her exact words to them two people. And they can sit there and deny it or vouch for it. I don't give a fuck. Because I know what I heard. And I wasn't even drunk.
Oh, yeah, they told me about that. That's how I knew.
But the problem was, you should have known right then and there. I was only saying it to shut her the fuck up.
Yeah. I mean, then again, she had no right to do that anyway.
Even though in plain in terms, I kind of was the reason why she gave you the $900 in the first place. Besides that little rent scenario you put out there, I was the reason she gave you the money because I told her.
Just randomly said it coming up the hill.
But I had to actually talk her into it because I told her, I was like, look, if you could help Bader get the truck going, me and him could go do scrap runs to bring more money in. Because I knew deep down because of how many receipts you showed me and all this shit. I knew we would bring a decent, not much, but decent. Not like, oh, hey, let's move out of this piece of shit house and go find another house type deal. But I knew we would break enough money to bring in some food, tea, and shit like that. But see, one thing that really irritates the fuck out of me, right?
Yeah.
You know how she used to bitch about you and Amanda going to Fast Mart and using y'all's food stamps for food and shit?
Yeah.
You know what she told me one night that y'all did that? She was like, well, where's our food? And I was like, I guess it's at the fucking store then. But yet, 2 hours
I fed
later,
you. Why wasn't I fed both of you guys?
Hold on. 2 hours later, if I remember correctly, I went to the bathroom. You said, hey, Thomas, come in my room real quick. I got to talk to you. I was like, okay. And I remember you whispering to me, you were like, Tom, it's a monster in the refrigerator. You are more than welcome to have one.
Correct.
Because you bought multiple. I think. Was it multiple?
I
think
it
it was multiple. Yeah, you bought multiple. Because you were trying to make it last for the week or so or whatever because of your health. Let's not get into your health. Let's just say you had
sugar problems that I have. Put it that way.
You know what I'm getting at.
Usually when people hear the word monster and sugar issues, it don't usually get along. Unless you're mean, you have hyperglycemia and you have to maintain high, but that's besides the point.
Then again, I was the one that got Beeman to give me a monster to give to you in the first place because you kept saying you were going to go to the hospital. I remember that because I was at pool league with his bitch ass. Because I met with him at JT's at like 12:30 in the afternoon.
Yeah.
And then I went fucking around the whole fucking goddamn city for a goddamn 4 hours. And I met Susan in person. And goddamn, she's fucking ugly. I mean, she's cool. But her and Beeman would be a very good couple if he would shut the fuck up, stop acting like a little bitch, and fucking just date her. Because look,
he proposed to her in my fucking house
Vader,
not too long ago.
Hold on. I'm gonna say my piece with this because this is what I noticed about March last year or late March of last year.
Yeah.
He was cheating on her, but yet she still forgave him and was continued to date him for what, months on end?
Yeah.
But yet he wants to say all this shit of, oh, she can go fuck herself, she can go die, blah, 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 this, blah, 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 that. I don't give a fuck about that whore. Dude, she ain't a whore if she ain't cheating. You're the whore that cheated on her first.
Right.
That's why she come running to me. And then I turned her down because I was like, fuck this shit. I ain't dating nobody's ex. I dated fucking Grace. That's the worst mistake I ever made in my life.
Yeah.
I still regret that to this day because she told me to go kill myself 3 different times. And that was in 2017. Because I met Beeman in February of 2016. I met John in October of 2016. And I met you in December of 2019.
Yeah.
Surprisingly, I remember the date, the years wise and months.
Right.
But it just comes down to the whole fucking lies. Beeman spreads lies. All Beeman does on his YouTube and spreads lies. And I'm gonna get to this because I really don't care. I've given that motherfucker advice. Dip reviews, video slash vlogs, video game ideas. I've given him it all.
Yeah,
that
we both have.
I told him, hey, buy all your shit before you go live. But don't just sit there for 2 hours buying all your shit in one foul fucking swoop. That ain't gonna get you nowhere. Nobody's gonna watch that shit. People are gonna be like, oh, 2 minutes in, oh, this is boring. Oh, I'm just gonna click off the video.
Right.
Like, no. If you want to buy, I'm gonna pull a Bader for a second. Bader, I'm sorry, I gotta pull you for a minute. Say you already all have your shit all together. But say you want this fucking beast-ass tractor.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll buy it, use it, don't like it, sell it back to them, get my money back. Am I not correct?
Correct.
There we go. Point exactly. And I'm pretty sure in some type of way Amanda would agree with me on that. I'm not saying that in a disrespectful way. I hope she understands that.
We understand.
What the fuck? Okay.
What?
Okay, I'm texting Tabitha on Instagram, and I said, but you want to know the truth on Cassidy, here you go. But it says, but you want to know the turtle on Cassidy, here you go. Instead of truth, it says turtle.
What the hell?
I'm drunk. What do you expect?
I guess.
You know how I am when I'm drunk. Tell them the story about me doing the bet. Or about Cassidy betting me 13 beers in.
Oh.
You were right there when the bet was made.
Wait, is this the night when Beeman was self-promoting?
Do what?
Is this the night when he was self-promoting?
No, this was a few days later. This is when he bought us a 30 rack of fucking Bud Light, and I told you to shut the fuck up and be happy with the 30 rack of beer sitting in your refrigerator. And you were like, Thomas, give me one. Okay, here you go. 30 rack of beer sitting in your refrigerator.
That's me comment, by the way. I just did.
No.
Yeah, but yeah. Oh, that's that night when he first lost. Hang on, let me look this up again.
That's the night that you.
That's the night I shaved my head and I had that yellow shirt on my hair on.
And he called Jared. Of all people, he called fucking Jared about a fucking motor. When
trying to prove himself right, and he's not.
Yeah, pretty much.
Even Jared said, no, you're wrong.
And right then and there, he felt stupid as fuck.
Okay, here's the update. We got a cat video.
On what? Wait, what?
Your channel. That was 1 year ago, it says. Drinking tonight with the fam and my girl and getting some stuff straight.
Oh,
that was that night. We were all standing around there and bumping our head off the chandelier.
And looking like a dyke.
Yeah, I had my head shaved and everything.
And you were drinking Bud Light. Y'all two were both drinking Bud Light, and I was drinking Busch. And I actually drank a little bit of that Bud Light. Where's my stuff?
Yeah, I remember that.
Do what?
I remember that.
I'm talking about before Cassidy ever got kicked out, because I had to go, because it was a Friday when me and Kaz and Beeman were drinking. We were playing that train game. I don't remember what it was called. I think it was like Train Simulator or shit.
Yeah.
We were all.
It was April 9th, 2022.
Yeah.
That video.
That's the video, yeah.
Yep, we were. She said we can't go through all that beer in one night. The hell we didn't. We did.
No, I can clarify that she said we couldn't go through all that beer.
We did. We regretted it the next day, but we did.
Vader, listen to me for a fucking minute. She said we could not go through all that beer because she was limited on how much beer I was drinking. She literally sat there and asked me, how many beers do you normally drink? And I said 6 to 8. She was like, okay. And then whispered in my ear, well, how many do you think it would take to fuck me fast as hell? And I was like, probably more than 10. She was like, okay, drink 13. And I drank 13, and you saw what happened.
But what people don't really understand is those were pounders. Those weren't just normal beers.
I was drinking them back to back, constant.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Do we tell people the story about how we brought you up here for the first time and you're like, hey, I ain't ever seen Beeman in person. I want to meet him.
You can go for it.
How we pulled up to his house and he was standing on the porch.
I think I told that story, but you can clarify more of that story. And he left. I wonder why. Unless he's gonna rejoin. Fuck, I don't know. I'm drunk as fuck. Unless somebody's texting him or calling him. I do really need to send him a new fucking link. Okay, good. He can join. Add a stage.
I fell out of life. I hit the wrong button.
You fucking dumbass. Sorry, I have to. I have to be a smart ass for once.
Yeah, that's fine.
Oh, real quick, before I forget, when are you gonna able to being able to pay me back?
As soon as I have it.
Like,
well, put it that way. As soon as I have wiggle room.
My birthday, or
as soon as I have wiggle room in the budget.
Well, yeah, but you get what I'm getting at. The only reason I'm asking is because you already know the situation.
Yeah, I know.
So that's why I was only trying to clarify. But yeah, go ahead and tell the story about how you got me up there and what happened with Beeman.
Well, we pulled up to Beeman's house and he was standing on the porch, and this is before I clicked
No, he
the
was
wrong
walking
button.
to Tobacco Hut or Tobacco Alley.
He was getting ready to leave his house, I think.
No, he was coming up the alley, and Kaz was like, "Is that Beeman?" And you look behind you, and you're like, "Yeah, that's him." And we were sitting there in the fucking alley by his grandma's house, and we kept telling him to get in the fucking car, and he had a shocked mouth on his face, like, "What? Thomas is in the car?"
And he pulled the "I want to be a bitch and go run and hide. I ain't going nowhere." Playing the "I have to go to work" shit, and you don't even have a job.
No, he said he was going racing with his brother. That's what it was.
Oh, yeah.
And I think he said Daniel.
Something. I don't remember.
Something along that fucking lines, because I kept saying, "Get in the fucking car and let's go make a video, jackass."
Yeah, it took him like what, a week and a half, if not longer, to come and get in a video.
And that was only because I met up with him at the hospital.
Yeah.
Which is not that far from his Graham's house, but that's beside the point.
Yeah.
And I got I got a fucking free tub of Stokers off him. I got a free tub of fucking, well, not tub, but a free bottle of Jack Daniels, a free fucking mason jar full of fucking moonshine cherries, which you drank that because I left that for you.
Yeah.
I did that on purpose because I knew I wasn't allowed to take it with me. As far as on the bus and shit.
Yeah. But yeah, it was pretty much a bunch of shit.
Hey Tabitha, sorry, I had to say hey. She said something in the chat.
Wait, what?
Tabitha said hi in the chat, so I had to say something back. I'm not trying to be rude.
Oh, okay.
And by the way, just so you know, Tabitha, I can understand about the whole car situation due to the fact that this dumb smart ass decided, oh, I'm gonna look it up, and he did see that it was a recall on your car. Now, I will clarify that I did not know the exact car you had, but I told him it was a Ford. That's all I knew.
If it's a Focus, then there's an active recall currently.
And what was that recall for?
I forget exactly. It's something to do with the ignition and shit.
There's something about the oil.
Oh, yeah, the oil pump was bad, causing engine failures.
and causing the car not to start properly like it should be. But from what she kept telling me, it was an alternator.
Well, dead battery or an alternator, not charging the
Ford
battery.
Edge.
Is that what you just said?
That's what she just said in the comments, yeah.
Okay, give me 1 second.
You gonna look it up on your computer?
Yeah, I'm gonna see if the recalls are weird. What year car is it, if you don't mind me asking?
Tabitha, what year is your car? I'm waiting for her to say something in the chat.
I used to work at Ford. I have an idea of this stuff.
Ford too. He worked there at 18 years old.
Who?
2013.
2013 Ford Edge recall. Is it a recall or is it other issues?
She told me the alternator and that it was a recall, and she wouldn't have her car for fucking 2 weeks. But then again, knowing me, I would.
Is it the 2.0? 2.0? 4-cylinder?
That question. Give her a minute.
All right.
I'm waiting for her to.
There's actually a few recalls on that car right now.
Go ahead and name them off, I guess.
3.5.
3.5, yeah. That's a surprise.
But no, 2012 through 2013 Ford Edge with the 2. Hang on here. What's it say? What'd I read that at? Oh, the 2.0 has a fuel line pulse dampener, metal housing may crack, which
6CYC.
not start and have problems.
6CYC.
Yes, 6-cylinder V6.
Okay. Because she said she wouldn't have a car for, but knowing me, I would have came straight to you and you would have had it fixed within a few days. But knowing you, you wouldn't probably want to fuck with that car.
I worked on a diesel line more than I worked on a gas one.
But you get what I'm getting at. I could go to you for a cheap price. Than her going to a shop and paying like $1,500 to $1,300 or more.
Yeah.
3,000, but you know.
Okay, electrical system issues. Okay. Details. Does the vehicle hesitate or engine stall on you?
She can answer. I don't know.
Or it just won't start?
She said it went out there Thursday morning and just wouldn't start.
Well, that'd be a dead battery.
Well, they replaced the battery Thursday night.
Okay, because I'm looking at 3 different current active recalls right now. The engine wiring harness map sensor may provide incorrect signals, causing the engine to hesitate, as in stutter, jump, or misfire, or straight up stall. Okay. Well, then it's it's got to be a starter motor then. If the battery's brand new, it's a starter, or you left your lights on or something, and it just killed the battery. Because that's one recall.
But I can
the axle shaft is the second one. If the half shaft linkage becomes disconnected while driving, power no longer transmitted to the wheels, increasing the risk of a vehicle accident because of lockup. Okay. The last recall is the fuel system for the 2.0, which you have the 3.5, so it'd be the wiring harness that's bad for stalling or misfiring. But I'd say starter. If it wouldn't start and the battery's good.
So it's really not the alternator either. It's the starter.
Because if the alternator went bad, here's my question. Did you guys try to jump start it? Would it start after that?
She can answer that. I don't know. I was not there.
I was going to say, if it started after that and stayed running, then it's not an alternator. But if it's a new battery and it would not start whatsoever, it's a starter. Which means it would take you like about an hour or 2 to get it done, not a couple days. But then again, some garages have to schedule that stuff. So,
well, depending on if they actually recalled the starter or not.
No, starter motors aren't recalled. That's one of those things you just have to straight up buy the part. Like if I had to go through the list of recalls on my truck, it's a million miles long, and I'm not even worried about it.
Tabitha, I told you 2 weeks ago, if something goes wrong with your car, you know who to go to. That would be me. And I could go to Mike. Mike could tell you what the fuck is wrong with it in 2 seconds. That's why I told you. That's why I wanted to go to Somerset.
Well, I said if you go outside, think about it. If you go outside, you turn the key on. If it has power to everything else, and you just twist the key and nothing else happens, starter's bad. But if you go outside and there's no headlights or anything on your dash lighting up or your radio's not working, it's a dead battery flat out. Get a jump start, let it charge. You probably left a dome light or something on and you just didn't realize it.
That's why I'm telling her. If anybody...
Sometimes also people don't realize unplug your phone chargers out of your cars. That drains power too, even though you don't think it does.
Well, yeah. Because my mom was doing it in the truck for the longest time.
I work on cars and trucks all the time.
That's why I'm trying to say, if anybody you go to get fucking your car fixed, go to Bader. Bader could figure it out, and he could give you a decent price and not over fucking charge your dumbass. I'm not saying that to be disrespectful.
My rates for mechanic work is $10 an hour. Seriously.
Hold on.
Okay, so it would spin over and spin over and spin over, but it would not start. Okay. Let me think about that then. And it wouldn't be the alternator if it's spinning over.
So it had to.
It's got to be that fuel problem that's recalled. It's going to be that fuel pressure thing, like the 2.0 has the issue on. Because remember, Ford and most manufacturers use the same parts across numerous cars and trucks.
Besides the cop fucking shit.
The police cars
do all type of shit with that fucking bullshit.
Look, my GMC could outrun a Crown Vic. That's besides the point.
That's not what I'm getting at. I'm talking about the newer cars. They do a lot of shit for them fucking cop cars.
Believe it or not, the top speed of a Dodge Charger, even Pursuit model, is about 150.
Well, yeah, but you know.
The top speed of a GMC Sierra is 155. I can go 5 miles an hour faster. It's not about being faster, though. It's about being outsmarting them and how do you drive.
Well, then again, thinking about it, if I remember the story correctly, you used to fucking outrun the Pennsylvania State Police and the Somerset Bureau in the fucking whatchamacallit?
Super Kia.
No.
Kia. Yeah.
Well, you used to fucking run moonshine in.
The Shine cars back in the day, but that was back in the day because we're not talking legally no more.
But you know what I'm getting at. You know that's
yeah. I choose to try to avoid that conversation most times.
Well, yeah, but you know what I'm getting at.
Yeah.
Then again, you did also fucking outrun the cops in the Nova.
Okay, I pulled over that night.
That's not what you told me.
My days of street racing now are over.
Yeah.
Unless it's worth it.
Yeah, because you grew up. You actually grew a fucking...
I grew up and went broke. That's why. Can't build no more cars. You got no money.
Well, yeah, but then again, tell the story about the Hellcoda. Might as well start that story.
That little truck demon from hell. Yeah. I built a first-gen Dodge Dakota to be a fucking dragster.
Hold on. Before you get into that story, you might as well get the story about Clifford.
Clifford being the broken half piece of junk that it was.
And where were you living at the time?
31.
I thought you were living in Rockwood when you got Clifford.
Nope, I got the black truck when I was in Rockwood.
But I thought the black truck was Clifford.
Nope. Black truck came right before Clifford because I was going to take the two and make one.
You also got that Chevy too.
Yeah, the Avalanche.
But you can remove the black glass and have a back seat.
Yes, that was the Avalanche.
Which that was a shit show and a half.
Well, I had this. What did I have when you were there? The black truck. Yeah, you weren't there for my Jeep, I don't think.
No, I was not. You showed me pictures of it though.
So I had the van, then I had my Vic, and then the Jeep.
The Vic came from Matt, which that's a whole different story for a whole different day.
Yep. Then I had I had the square body, then the van, Crown Vic, then the Jeep.
Well, you might as well tell the story about the square body and how fucking Beeman kept telling you, spray it more, or something.
Oh, Beeman tried telling me to floor it all the time, and it didn't have full exhaust or nothing. And it's like, I'm not destroying my stuff for you. I got a truck running for the first time in 36 years, and he wanted me to floor it. I got that thing to run for the first time in 36 years. I'm not going to sit there and floor it.
And blow it up.
Exactly. I didn't even have that new motor I put in there broke in yet. But the black truck I got, that thing ended up being one of the most biggest pains in my asses in the world. And I'm not referring to the title. I'm just saying everything else in general. With the chastity shit.
You might as well tell them the story about the whole fucking, I helped you with the fucking transmission out of the fucking Silverado.
Yeah, we dragged the transmission out of my truck because it was blown up.
And the truck ran on no battery. It just ran off the fucking whatever.
It ran off a battery only. No belts. It had no alternator. I just ran it the way it was.
Surprised that bitch didn't blow the fuck up.
It wouldn't blow up if I didn't get it hot enough, and I never did.
You always cut it off before it got hot enough.
Correct. I mean, I remember that day. I got the truck running that day, and Cassidy came running out the house faster than shit.
I was standing there and fucking around the corner. Here comes fucking Cindy.
Got yelled at for it.
Getting out of the car, bitching. What the fuck are you making all this noise for? Keep it down.
I'll make it worse. And then she drove away.
Well, yeah, but she also bitched.
Yeah.
And Faith and Anthony were outside figuring out what the fuck you were doing.
Yep.
Like they didn't think you could get that bitch started again.
Yep. I did.
Help you with the Jeep.
Right. But hey, I'm going to jump back on the live here in your comments here in a minute. I'm going to go use the bathroom.
10-4.
All right. I will talk to you here in a little while.
All right. That's what I'm saying. If you need somebody to help you fix your fucking vehicle, go to him. He'll tell you everything that's wrong with it once he looks at it. That's why I was going to go to him about that fucking truck that your dad was going to give me. But that's beside the point. I may get off here in a few minutes, but I don't know. Because I need to get to bed. Unless you want to call me before I go to bed. Now, you can text me on Instagram with that answer. Fuck, I should not drink 7 beers. Fuck. I knew I made a big mistake by drinking 7 fucking beers. I may have to go to the bathroom myself, so if somebody wants to watch the chat for me, let me know now before I get up. Is anybody going to watch the chat for me while I get up to go run to the restroom? All right, watch the chat. I'll be back. Again. I'm running to the restroom real quick. See, that's why I like to document my shit. So I remember when I went to the bathroom and when I didn't. But that's far from the point. Let me take this phone with me before I forget. So if I don't take this phone, then I'm not gonna know if she messaged me back or not. But who's in here? Say it real quick. Say hi, something. I need somebody to watch the chat. All right, I'm running to the bathroom. I'll be back. All right, I'm back. Sorry, I really had to go to the restroom. All right. Well, if y'all want to talk, just text me. Y'all know where to text me at. I'm gonna get off here. I'm probably gonna try to hit the bed, unless someone wants me to call them. Until then, I don't know what to do. I think I'll have to do another stream here soon.